Okay, hello everyone. This is Carla Thornton. I actually got a guest speaker that I'm so excited about. Her name is, I call her my coach. She is my personal coach. And actually, we do have another person that's actually joining us this evening. I want to say a shout out to Nikki. Just found out she's a new life coach as well. She's actually a student of Coach Alea. Alea is actually with Behold Life Coaching. Okay, so what we're going to be doing today, this evening, I will be asking my coach, Coach Alea, some questions, and she's going to be answering for us. And then actually at the end, we'll open the floor to anyone who actually has any questions. I am recording this interview with Alea, so please, if you wasn't able to join us this evening, if you have any questions when I actually post this interview tomorrow, you want to reach out to myself. I actually even, like I said, I get a guest here, a new life coach, Nikki, and then also if you want to reach out to Coach Alea tomorrow, you're more than welcome to actually reach out to us, okay? Welcome.
Thank you.
Coach Alea, I'm so excited, and thank you for the time to take out this evening and actually join us, okay? I'm super excited.
Thank you, Miss Carla.
Glad you can join us, okay? My first question I wanted to say, if you want to, before I start asking questions, Alea, if you could just take the time to introduce yourself, and then I'll start asking the questions, if that's okay.
Absolutely. First, I want to start off. Thank you so much, Miss Carla, for allowing me to join you today. I'm super excited. I know that people will gain from this. So I am Alea Carter, as she said. I'm Coach Carter. I am a personal development life coach and an empowerment life coach as well, for women specifically. So I help women who absolutely love God, who know God, but still struggle with real life issues. Maybe they're stuck in life and they just need some guidance, some strength, some encouragement. So I'm happy to be here, ready to get started with you, Miss Carla.
All right, thank you, Alea. Alea, for me personally, and I am actually finding out on my journey right now and working with you that a lot of people actually don't even know what a life coach is. So if you could please answer for the audience, what is a life coach? Let them know what it is.
Absolutely. I put it simple. It reminds me of a sports coach. So a lot of us are familiar with sports coaches, right? Mm-hmm. The coach themselves are not in the game, but they do background work with the players, right? They do training with them. They help them to recognize their strengths, their weaknesses, yes, and they work on those things. They come alongside that person. And that's really what a life coach does. We come alongside you in life. We're not making decisions for you, but we help you, help guide you, help give you clarity and direction. We share our resources, right? Yes. So yes, those things, we help to identify maybe your weaknesses. Yeah.
Yes.
And not only that, but your strengths too, and yes, and your purpose and your goals. Yes. So a lot of times we get stuck. We know where we want to go, but we don't know how to get from point A to point B. And life coach is there to help you along the way.
Thank you. And can you tell us, Alea, when did you decide to become a life coach and why? Your personal story.
My personal story is that I didn't realize it, but I had been coaching for years before I actually decided to get serious about it. You know, people may come to you and they may ask you for advice, or they may ask you, what do you think? They need an honest opinion. They need direction. And that had been my story for years, probably go back 10 years or more. But it wasn't until I had my youngest son that I said, this is it. I am not doing the 9 to 5 anymore just to say I have a job, just to say I can pay my bills. I want to be fulfilled in what I am doing. I want to know I'm making a difference. I'm not just a number somewhere and, clocking in and out, but I can see results in someone's life. And so I began that journey, and I'm loving it, you all. I really feel like I'm in purpose.
Yes, and I agree say, and I thank you so much for becoming a coach. Otherwise, I wouldn't have met you. And I know definitely, as far as my journey and my continued journey with you is actually has changed, has a profound impact on my life. Okay, so it sounds like you've been pretty much, once again, before I ask you the next question, Alea, you've been doing it for 2 years, but it sounds like pretty much like I said, at least for the past 10 years, pretty much just what you've been doing. So a lot of us don't even realize that certain things really that we are already doing in life, we just necessarily hadn't turned it into a business, but we're actually already doing it. Once again, someone has to create that awareness for us, but like for yourself, you sound like you made that decision, but once you did, it was no stopping you. It's like, okay, you know what? I know my purpose, okay? And that's something else that I want to say, you guys, is very, very important. And I know personally when you actually get a coach, and like I said, personally, you all are meeting my coach. This is my coach, my current coach, Alea, and believe me, they will actually help you to get on the right path, and you will realize if you're on the right path. I just wanted to throw that out there, Leah, because you actually did that for me as well. Now, a lot of people will ask Leah, okay, now you told me what a life coach is, but really, what are the benefits? Because people are going to know, what does a coach actually, what can a coach do for me? So can you give us some of the benefits of having a life coach?
Yes. And I tell people early on in my partnership with them, with my clients, I say, hey, and you may remember, I'm not your best friend.
Right.
And I'm not your therapist. I am your coach. So in that space, I feel as though I can be honest with you. I can say things that maybe your best friend may shy away from, just to shield your feelings. But it's all about the way you say it, of course, and how you do it. But a life coach is very beneficial in that you may have so many ideas and you have so many dreams and you have a huge vision, but they help you to break it into smaller pieces, right? They help give you a clarity, like we said. Maybe you feel like, oh, I could do this and I could do that, but maybe I could do this and this. They kind of center you. They say, all right, what are your priorities? So they help you kind of put things in perspective. So also another thing that life coaches do that is super beneficial is literally help keep you accountable.
Yes.
Because you may find that you're a very driven person. You may find that you are motivated, self-motivated in that, but there are times where you literally need that extra push, or you need that follow-up. Hey, you said you were gonna hit this goal by this month and this date of the month. How are you doing? What's your progress? So a life coach does that for you, but also they're not a taskmaster. So life coaches will hold you accountable, but they give you grace as well. They have a lot of mercy, where if you are falling short of your goals, it's okay. You'll get that sense of encouragement from them as well. That, hey, you can do it. I know it's in you. At the same time, we are cheerleaders, but we're not overly cheerleading you where you feel like your head is gonna blow up. But we kind of have a balance of that. So life coaches are really there to just keep you going, keep you on task, and they're pretty much a few steps ahead of you. So when you're finding a coach, and I think we'll get to this, when you're finding a coach, you want to make sure they empathize with you, they relate to you, but at the same time, they have gone before you in that certain area that you're coming to them for help in.
And thank you, Alea, for getting that, because you're right. And that's what we was going to actually get to. If someone is interested in hiring a life coach or want to become a life coach, where would they actually start? Because I know for me, remember when I met you, Alea, I had been looking for a coach for about 2 to 5 years. Remember, it had been a long, long time for me personally. And then how you say, and Lord bless me with you. But once again, if someone's interested in hiring a life coach, because it could be like me, they could be after looking or wanting to become a life coach, where would you say, where should they start? What advice would you give them? Where would they start?
Absolutely. I feel as though it's very important that you understand at least where you want to go. You may not have all the details, but you kind of have to know what result you're looking for. And then you can find the coach that can get you to that place or help guide you to that place. So say, for instance, you are in business and you know that your numbers just aren't right. You're not hitting your goals. You're not making the money at the level you want to make. You need to find someone who knows how to do that,
right.
who's doing that for themselves.
Right.
You can look to maybe your immediate environment, people you know in your circle that are doing that. Maybe they're hitting the numbers. Maybe they feel fulfilled. You can ask them, hey, do you have a mentor? Do you have a coach? Who is that? So referrals are huge when it comes to looking for a life coach, because that is very important that you find one that's credible, one that is able to help you. There are programs that you can look on as well, things like Thumbtack, and you can literally type in life coach to find them.
Okay.
But really tap into your networks, tap into social media, tap into people that you know. Reach out to Miss Carla, reach out to myself, right? So that you can find help. Life coaches and a good life coach, even if they're not the one for you,
correct,
they're very resourceful people. So they'll find someone that can help you that is a better match, right?
And thank you for that information, Alea, because like I said, if I knew back then prior to meeting you, I would have done that. But remember, like I told you, I had been looking for years, but I want to say something that is important too, and I've already heard you touch base on this. It is very, very important, you guys, and I know it was for me. Of course, when you first meet someone, you don't know the life coach, but you want to have a certain vibe. You and I had it. Remember the first day, and I was like, she's the one. I remember I had just met one prior to meeting you like a week, and I was like, wait a minute, no, you're the one. So I want to say that you want to actually feel that connection, even if it's the first time, because it's important. Because like Coach Alea said, you're going to be working with this person and vice versa. So you want to make sure it's a good fit. I just wanted to throw that out there to you as well. And thank you, Leah, like I said, for telling people where to go. Because like I said, I had looked for years before I actually found you. Now, I did want to ask you though, Leah, because I think this is important, because you did say a life coach and empowerment coach. Now, of course, like I said, I'm launching mine next month. Of course, it'll be in different areas. Now, yay, thank you. But I wanted to say there are so many areas that I'm actually finding out because I'm doing a lot of networking with different life coaches. Oh, Leah, there's so many. So just can you touch base on how important it is? I heard what you were saying. In other words, you really need to already know yourself what kind of life coach you're looking for, correct? Because there's several different kinds that's in several different areas, if you will. Can you touch base on that a little bit further?
Absolutely. Know what you're looking for in your life coach. So if it's important to you that they are a man or a woman of faith,
correct,
you need to look for that. If it's important to you that they are married and you need marital help,
right,
take note of that. If it's someone who is meeting the numbers, they are very visible, you literally see them doing things and you want to do the same or something similar, make note of that.
Okay.
Also, like you said, the vibe is important. And a lot of life coaches do offer a free consultation or a discovery call so you can kind of get a feel, do they share the same language as I do? And when I say language, I don't mean necessarily jargon, where, do they, but just, do they understand me? Do I understand them? Right. Same thing if you're looking for a therapist or a doctor. Do you feel uncomfortable with them? Do you feel like they're condescending? Do you feel like they're hiding something from you? Then no, that is not the coach for you.
Right.
You want a coach that has great listening skills.
Yes.
One that is focused on you and not them. So Miss Carla, yes, we're close, but you probably know very little about my personal life because when we're talking, you are the center.
Yes,
I'm true. With you. It's all about you, right?
Yes.
And that's what you want. You want a coach that is into you and into your goals, where you want to go and to get you there. So really get to know that coach. Ask questions. Have a list before you even start talking to them. Know what you're looking for. Ask them what their expertise is. Ask them what their specialty areas are and their education or their experience.
Yes, yes, thank you. Because I know, like I said, I've actually been networking and meeting a lot of them. I didn't realize that. I mean, it's different life coaches, but it's so many that's in so many different areas of what they specialize in. So thank you so
True.
much. And I did hear you say, I want to make sure to clarify for the audience. Like I said, we're recording this, though, Alea. You definitely did say, as far as your areas, what areas do you specialize in? If someone wanted to know.
Yes. So specifically personal development, when it has to do with your character,
Okay.
managing your emotions, your relationships with others.
Okay.
And then also I help people who are making career changes as well.
Okay.
So if you feel as though you're going to work and you're trying to come up with excuses not to go to work, that might be a key, that maybe something's not quite where it needs to be and I need to look for other things or something that's more fulfilling.
Yeah.
Also, people who are stuck and feel like they don't know what to do next.
Okay.
So in that way, really helping people to find the answers for themselves. That's what I mean by empowerment. Literally giving you the tools that you need to take a look and a different perspective that maybe you haven't looked, to find what you have inside of you.
You right,
Because
kind
a
of
lot
like
of
they
times,
pulling it out of you.
yes, a lot of times we're looking for outside resources, but we are really where it begins.
Yes, yes, it is. Because I noticed, even for me, like you said, in the atmosphere for me, because remember I told you, it's just like I always look forward to it. I always get excited. It's time for my next session. That it's something, like you said, to look forward to, because you actually know that that person's there for you and they're actually helping you evolve to. And like you
Yes.
said, you have so many questions that you didn't know. I know ideas like, oh my God, I'm stuck. Where do I go? That you actually help. So it's very, very important. Thanks for touching base on that.
Yeah.
Another question I want to ask you, Alex, I know a lot of people that will have this question, because I know when I was looking for a personal, not a life coach, a personal coach, if you will, and I actually had two in my lifetime now. I actually shied away, Leah, to be honest, because I always, when I say personal coaches, I'm talking about in the gym. I heard they were, quote, like very, very expensive. I've had two in my lifetime now, and that just wasn't true. So I wanted to also ask you, for you, and let the audience know, is it expensive to hire a life coach? Would someone need to shy away, say, well, you know what, or think, you know what, I can't even do that, I don't have the money? Is it very expensive to hire a life coach?
Such a good question. And you're right. I know that's on everybody's mind. And to be honest, right?
Yes, yes.
However, it is so individual.
Mhm.
So one person may think, yes, this is super expensive. I
Right.
can't do it. But I challenge people to take a different perspective. We spend our money on whatever we want to spend our money on.
Yes.
Where we spend our money shows what we prioritize and what we value most.
Yes. Yes.
So if you know that your life is of utmost importance,
Mm,
you really can't put too much of a price tag on it. You
no.
really can't. You really can't. So even if someone is charging $200 or $50,
Mhm.
that may look like two different things for two different people.
Yes. Yes.
But if you can find the value, and that's our job as life coaches, to help
Right.
our clients understand what value and what results they will get, and how it really, there's no price tag you can put on it.
You
But
can't. You can't.
yeah, that's right. But I do challenge people to find a coach that isn't just out there for the money, that
Right.
literally wants to help you, that is reasonable, that can form a payment plan for you if that is
Yes.
an objection for them. And maybe I really want to take advantage of your services, but I just don't have it right now. Look
Mhm.
for a coach that's willing to work with you. Can
Yes.
they, can you barter services? Is there something that you can do for them that will help them or save them
Yes.
time, money, energy, if
Right.
you just don't have the funds? But also, again, I challenge you to look at your priority list and see, is this as important to me as
Right.
me making the life changes that I need, that can revolutionize my
That's
whole
right.
life?
And you can't put a price on that. That's just my personal opinion. You can't, just my personal opinion, you can't. I mean, I'm glad I wanted to ask you that, because I know, Aaliyah, a lot of people, like I said, because I thought back even not like I said for a life coach, because definitely with you, it's like, you know what, I found her. It doesn't matter. Like you said, I want a life coach and I found her. But once again, like I said, with a personal trainer, I lost a lot of years and not doing that when I did used to go to the gym, because it was me. And I, like I said, it was just in my mind, once again, that mindset, like, oh, they too expensive. And when I met the first one, actually it was a young gentleman. When he told me, I was like, what, really? So once again, if you don't take the time out to ask or do that free consultation, you'll never know.
That's
it. And you can actually be missing out something that can change your life. You're right about that. Thank you so much for answering that. Alea, next question. What does an ordinary day look like for a life coach?
Oh, good question. It varies. Every life coach is different. So that's the great thing about it. You get to choose your schedule, especially if you're a life coach working for yourself. Okay. So you literally, it looks to me like freedom, where I can make my own schedule. I can decide how many clients I want as a workload at any particular time. Okay. And really, you could vacation whenever you want to.
Yes. Oh, nice.
Right?
Right.
And set up doctor appointments or run errands for clients. If you have children, you can literally have a home office if you need to. Right. As opposed to you going into a particular building and meeting with clients. Now with technology, you can do your sessions virtually. Yes. And a lot of people love that.
And I love that.
Yes, because you can still see me, right? Right. You can still talk. You see all my facial expressions. But it's convenience. Yes, it is. You can be in Texas and I can be in Ohio.
And you're in a whole different state, right? But it doesn't. So another word is how you say, in other words, you're not limited when you think about it, because if you was going into a building, you would probably look for somebody in your city. And once again, that could be limiting you, because what if you didn't find someone that you built that rapport with, or you had that good vibe? So no, you're actually right about that. So it sounds like, Alea, what you're saying, an ordinary day look like for a coach, depends on the coach, because everybody's business is different. But you definitely can do it virtually. So it sounds like you can do it anywhere. In other words, you're not limited to a building or whatever. Sounds like you have that how you say that time freedom. Because I did hear you say, which probably means a lot to a lot of women, having children. Like you said, you don't actually have to worry about, oh, can I take off? My child has a doctor appointment, I have a doctor appointment. In other words, is you don't have to worry about stuff like that. So that was something else actually that I think a lot of people would like to hear. I want to touch base on, I would want to believe too, as far as that financial freedom. I heard you saying travel. Something I've been wanting to do for a long time. Yes. Not trying to go too far right now. But once again, just having that opportunity to be able to go when you want to go, and maybe even how long you want to go. They're still saying, okay, I only can take a week off or a couple of days off. I got to get back to work. So those are, once again, a lot of benefits of actually even having your own business or being a life coach, okay?
Yes.
I did want to ask you this, and a lot of the audience probably have the same question. Is there a demand right now for life coaches? Is there a shortage for life coaches?
There is a huge demand for life coaches.
Okay.
Think about all the people out there who don't have a support system.
Wow.
Whereas, years ago, you may have been able to reach out to mom or to dad or grandma, grandpa. Right. But a lot of people are just doing their own things now. Our support system, our family system is a bit different now.
Yes, it is.
So we are looking for people who will listen to us. We're looking for people who care, who really, truly care, and have expertise at the same time. Right. Like we said, that goes back to your friend, because your friend can be supportive, your friend can be loving and caring, but they may not be able to tell you how to take your business to the next level.
Correct.
Right?
True.
So that's where mentors, that's where life coaches come in, where they can step and close that gap.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So it's a huge demand. People want that flexibility where they can meet virtually and may not be in that same city or town as their coach. Like you said earlier, there's so many different types of coaches. You have business coaches, spiritual life coaches, right? You have youth coaches, so many beauty coaches, all kinds of coaches. And that's to help us develop.
Yes.
So yes, huge demand. There a shortage? I wouldn't say a shortage, but I would say there's a room for growth.
So
It is a
definitely,
growing.
right. So definitely, actually, the demand in there. And when you think about it, like you said, because I know I'm working with you, Alea, but it also has taught me personally as well, though, any kind of coach, like I said, a life coach is different kinds. So really think about it. Anything that you actually need, you probably can find some kind of life coach that's whatever you're looking actually for. It might take some time. But once again, with people like ourselves, how you say, because I know I'm already working on, how you say, building, if you will, networking, where if someone actually needs to be referred. But once again, social media, go to these groups and ask, because I'm finding out too that you can actually go to different groups, Alea, and maybe type in someone actually can help you if they know somebody. Yeah, so I'm learning that as well. So thank you for that. Now, someone might also have this question, Alea. I know I did it first when I met you, and thank you, of course. You told me the answer, so somebody else might have the same question. Do you have to have a degree, like a college degree or license, to become a life coach?
The answer to that right now is no. You do not. It's not a requirement to have a license, degree. It's not. It is highly recommended that you have certification and education degree, because that helps with your credibility. It helps with your specialized field and area of expertise, right? And it helps build your rapport with your client, because they'll feel as though you do know something and you have more to offer to them.
Correct.
But nope, it is not a requirement. I recommend the coaches that I work with to definitely take some training.
Yes.
And you don't have to spend a whole lot of money to do that either. But find the right training program that's specific to the type of niche that you're working in. But no, not right now. And that means there's a lot of flexibility.
Thank you. I know a lot of people probably will have that question. Okay. I'm going to wrap it up, and then Nikki, if you would, I want you to unmute yourself just in case you have any questions, but I'm going to wrap it up. So the last question I do have for you, Alea, what would be your advice to the audience or listeners today in regards to hiring a life coach or becoming one? What would it be? If an advice you could give them, what would it be?
For those who are looking to hire a life coach, I would say, again, know exactly what type of life coach you're looking for. Make sure that they're offering you the results that you're looking for, and they have a standardized program to help you. Take a look at what their expertise is and their education and their experience as well. If you're looking to become a life coach, do your research, right? Look to see what's in demand. What are people needing help with? And can you fill that need? Look for training programs that you can perfect your craft. Right? So all of that. And then find a coach. If you want to be a coach, find a coach.
Yes. Thank you so much. And I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna unmute Nikki. And one more thing, Alea, if someone actually wanted to reach out to you, of course I do know, and they can reach out to me and I can refer them. But what's the best way for someone actually to reach out to you if they wanted to, Alea?
Absolutely. Go to Facebook and you can search for Alea Carter. You can also go to my website, www.justbewholelifecoaching.com. I'm on Instagram as well, Instagram and Facebook at Coach Alea Carter.
Okay, you guys, I just wanted to make sure. And of course, if anyone's, in my audience, in my tribe, if you will, if you actually want to reach out to Alea, you definitely can reach out to me and get you the information. Thanks, Nikki, actually, for joining us. I want to say congrats again to you. I heard you're a new life coach, so I want to say congrats to you again. Do you actually have any questions? I did not realize, like I said, Coach Alea told me, so you're like me, one of her students. Or would you even like to have anything to say if you don't have any questions first, or anything to actually tell my audience? Because I'm going to, like I said, it's a recording. I'm going to put it out there tomorrow.
Yeah, so I would want to ask, because I'm on the journey. I'm at the beginning journey of taking on the calling to be a life coach. And, you know, like Alea said, I have always had it on my heart, and I've done it not knowing that I was doing it. And so I was wondering, how hard was it for you in the beginning of the journey, like finding clients and really feeling confident about, you know, the services that you had to offer?
Well, actually, I'm already certified. I'm actually working on my 3rd certification. I'm not launching my business till next month. I'm celebrating it because my birthday next month. So people are actually going to be hearing this tomorrow when I put it out there. But my journey is actually a little bit, in other words, behind yours. Like I said, I'm on my 3rd certification, so I'm actually learning a lot right now, Nikki. Now, I would say I have already created a free course that I have put out there. I would actually say definitely if you're new, you might want to think about that as well when I'm saying putting a free course out there, because that way, to me, just personally, you want to build that rapport with people. And like you said, by us being new life coaches, in other words, to get your new clients, especially if people don't know you, okay? Because like I said, they're gonna have to get to know you first. Now, something else I would say, because I know me personally, I already have some, because this is going to be my 2nd business. So I already have some followers that already know me. They're kind of like intimate with me. They know me, okay? So how you say, the trust is already there. Now, for you, if you actually have, Nikki, like I said, as far as like some followers, I would actually say start there, especially with people who already know you. Whether it's family members, some people say shy away from that. I'm gonna be honest. Let's all be honest. How many people that are family members still could actually use your service though? let's be honest. You know what? And friends and stuff as well. So I would actually start there. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Nikki.
No, you're fine. I just muted me so that I'm not interrupting you. No, you're fine.
No. So I would actually start there. And I don't know if you're actually still working with you, Alea. She's still working with you currently, right? She is. Okay. Okay.
And that's funny that you say that, Carla. That's funny that you mentioned the free course, because I think Nikki is working on something like that. Okay. And it's so important for new coaches to get in front of their potential clients or whoever they want to work with. So be visible, like make posts, go where your clients, your potential clients will be. And like you said, it's so important to offer something free, because you're building rapport and you're building that relationship, because you have to make a deposit before you can make a withdrawal.
There you go.
Right? So you're depositing
something
into somebody else so that then they can bless you.
Correct. If you don't mind me asking, Nikki, like I said, congratulations. What kind of life coach are you?
So I am a confidence coach for adolescents and young adults. So awesome. My target audience too is young girls. I want to help them basically regain focus, figure out who they are, and find a way to just block out the negativity and figure out a way to reach their true potential.
Okay, thank you. And the reason why I said, because I'm doing a lot of networking, so if you don't mind, I can refer people to you as well. See, I haven't met one that's actually working with young adults. Now, when you're saying young adults, is it just ladies or is it males and females, Nikki?
Just ladies.
Just ladies?
Just young ladies, yes.
Okay. See there? Yes.
I know, doing the interview. Oh my God, when God works, he shows up and shows out, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yes,
oh my God. Young ladies, I love that. Thank you so
It's needed. It's so needed, Nikki. So needed.
Yes, as a matter of fact, because like I said, I've met a lot of, Nikki, I have not met one, what you just said. So that's once again what Coach Alea was talking about. There are so many areas that we actually might need life coaches in, Alea, like you said, because she is the first one that I actually met who's going to be working with young adults. I did this, but at least I know now, because going into my business, if I run across a client, guess what? I will be able to help them. Or if it's for a young adult. Now, when we say young adult, do we have a certain age, Nikki? Is it like 18 and younger? Is it a certain age you're working with?
So the age group that I'll be working with 2 different age groups, but one of the age groups is the 18 to 24, where they're kind of just getting out and trying to figure themselves out. You know, we're figuring out where to go from after leaving home, and
awesome.
Just trying to get to that balance. So, but I also plan to work with 12 to 17-year-olds as well from a different angle though. Just teaching them about confidence and being beautiful and and stuff like that. So,
oh my
so I'm
God.
excited.
Good.
Oh, this call is going to be amazing. But boy, when God gives you, I would have never known. Thank you so much, Nikki. And like I said, I want you to know, I'll definitely will be referring people to you if it's okay. Coach Alea gave us your information. I know we had an interview with Coach Alea. Didn't know we was going to have another new coach here. So while we're on here real quick, if someone needed to reach out to you, do you have the information that we would actually give them? Or can you say it right now, Nikki? How would they get in contact with you?
Yes. So I have a website. It's capturing-self.com. I post different information, blog information. I have merchandise there as well. Because my message is Dear Queen, it's your story. And so that's what I push out a lot. And then I'm on Facebook as well. Nikki Williams. I have a Capturing Self page as well. And yeah, they can find me there.
All right, awesome, amazing. And what I'll do, Nikki, I've actually found a new friend, so I definitely want to be working with you. So I will actually be sending you a friend request, because now I know it makes me, like I said, God has already gave me, how you say, a new friend and someone to be able to help just in case. Because like we said, we never know, just like I reached out to Alea. A lot of times when you're reaching out trying to find a coach, because there's so many different kinds, even with me networking right now, what I'm doing we were doing an interview, but I actually do what they call a meet and greet to find out what their services are, because everyone specializes in different areas. But I thank you, and that's what I'm saying. I thank God right here and now in front of everybody, yes, on this recording, because he lets me know this is how you know what your divine purpose is. You're not going to tell me things like this happen.
Thank you.
That's how you know. That's how you know. Alea, dear, thank you. I'm going to get off here, beautiful ladies, before I start crying, because Coach Alea know I will.
Same here.
Did you have any other questions, though, Nikki, before we actually wrap it up? Did you have any other questions?
But thank you, ladies. Thank you for the reminder. I get caught up today, but I'm thankful for this. Is extra motivation and inspiration to, keep going. So thank you.
And empowering each other, like Coach Alea said.
Yes.
And this is what I tell people, my new motto that I adopted: each one teach one. That's exactly what we're doing here tonight. We got 3 different coaches in 3 different areas. So what have we done? I'm going to get off here, Coach Alea, you guys, because they're going to say this tomorrow and say, Carla, stop preaching.
I love it. Thank you, Miss Carla.
Alea, I love you. Thank you so much. And you know what, Nikki? Thank you for joining, and thanking you for reaching out. And actually, even though you forget, because we all have busy lives, Coach Alea, I love you, and thank you for reaching out to her. Because I didn't put a reminder out there, but Coach Alea and I were talking about that. She said, you know what, Carla, I'm going to send her a message right now. That's why I wanted to wait on you, because I told her we're going to wait a couple of minutes, and thank you for responding and joining. And the girl said, and congrats once again. I will definitely be sending you a friend request.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Coach
Have a good night,
ladies. Anything you want to say, beautiful, before we wrap up?
Just that I want you to please stay encouraged. Don't worry about the distractions. Business is hard sometimes, but keep at it. It is at your core what you're doing, and you must go on, because people need you. So be encouraged.
All right. Thank you. Good night, ladies.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.